So welcome back to Foam and Flock and Stock, and I wanted to kind of continue some of the videos we've been doing for new people raising pigs. And so we talked about shelter, housing, water, piglets, what breed and all that. Let's take a look today at feed. So now you can see we're in the barn where we're at, and our setup is a lot larger and more in depth. We have 4 different types of feeds that we're feeding our pigs, because we have the gestation period where they're getting pregnant. We have the lactation period after they farrowed, and they're getting the pigs all the nutrients that they need in their milk. And then we have the starter for the piglets that we try to get on as soon as possible. And then we have the grower mix that we used to grow our feeders out that we keep. So when you're raising from home, there's a lot of different things you can do. I won't get into everything. I'll get into some of it. You have to decide whether you want to do regular conventional feed, non-GMO feed, organic if you would like. We raise our feeders, once they're weaned, they go on to a non-GMO mix because our customer likes that. And that's what she sells to her customers. So we have the non-GMO mix for that. That's kept separate from the other feeds. And I'll show you in a minute, we buy bulk for our gestation mix and our feeders, because that's what we go through the most of. So we go with a conventional feed, we'll call it, where it's corn, soy, and pig minerals. If you don't like that route, that's great. You can go the route of buying just standard pellet pig feed at like a Tractor Supply or a Runnings or whatever farm store you guys had near you. Or if you have a feed mill near you, which I highly recommend you talk to a feed mill if you have one near you, you can kind of get more of a readily made feed that's better than, I don't like the stuff that's at Tractor Supply and Runnings. Those are just 2 examples, because I just don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like the pellets. We do better when we don't have pellets. But when you're raising them at home, you want to be kind of like us, where you're cost conscientious. So we are cost conscientious in a different way. We buy bulk feed, where the cost savings is by going bulk and having it delivered that way. We save money. Where at home, you can feed scraps. If you have a garden, you can feed your garden scraps, vegetables, stuff like that. I will tell you this, I will not ever recommend to somebody that you feed animal products to the pigs. I know there's a bunch of YouTubers out there that are homesteaders that they'll cook chicken or give whatever meat products are left from their dinner that they have, or their food during the day, they'll give them to their pigs and be like, oh, this is great. We're barely paying anything to feed our animals. Well, one, the government, for me, I cannot feed my pigs a meat product outside of eggs. Eggs are different, which we really don't feed eggs to our pigs. We cannot feed meat to these pigs and then sell them, because they're automatically deemed not eligible for sale. And I've seen some cases where the USDA has come in and had them put down all the pigs because one pig got loose and got into a junk pile and ate some meat. So you need to be conscientious to what you're feeding your animals. I am also not one that'll just take everything, boil it up, and make slop and feed it. It works for some people. I'm not a big fan of it. You can, if you raise a cow, a dairy cow, you can get milk, use milk from that. If you make cheese and all that, you can use that skim milk to feed it. I don't like to feed too much, and then when you get closer to the butcher date, I'd like to wean them off, because you can get what's called soft pork. It's really fatty if you feed way too much. So we look at that. You can also, like if you're gonna have them in a bigger area, you can plant things. You can plant field peas, I think clover, but there's a whole bunch of different things you can get from a seed specialist to plant in your area where the pigs are gonna be, that they can forage off of them. So it's something that you really can cut down your costs if you're moving them around, rotational grazing them, but there still is a cost associated with that. I know a couple of videos, people are like, oh, I feed my pigs for free because they're using corn that they grow. Well, that corn has a dollar value for the corn. Even if you're reusing it from over and over, we're still looking at the planting time, the harvesting time, the moving time. So it all actually has a dollar value to it. So that's something that you always want to be looking at. I know some people have fed, because they really want to be cheap when they're raising their pigs, they fed waste or old dog food. I don't recommend it, because what you put into that animal is what you're going to get out of it. And these heritage breeds that we raise and others across the country raise are great tasting pork if raised properly. You know, the genetics have a lot to do with how the taste of that pork is. And if you have bad food that you're putting into that animal, you're gonna get a bad result. It won't be good. You know, we raise some quality animals here, and our customers love our pork. We don't cut costs. Like, we're buying good feed, we're treating them well, we got, you know, brown bales in there all the time to keep them going. Like, we are constantly trying to raise and grow a good product for our customers. So the feed is one of the key things. So what you put into your animal is what you're gonna get back. If you put junk into it, you're getting junk back. Pigs are not garbage disposals. Some people will tell you that they are, but they're not. And it's all about how well you take care of that pig is the quality that you're gonna get back from it. Heck, even the pink pigs and the white chesters, I don't like them. I think that it's like tofu, there's no flavor to them. But if you feed some good feed to them, you can get a better result than what you're getting in the stores, if that's your option, only option you have available to you. So remember this, what you put in is what you get out, and there's tons of different feed options for your animals if you're raising. And vegetables are, if you have scraps from your garden, are great to give to them, and just grow some great pigs. So if you have any questions, just let me know. We really are trying to help out the consumer, because the more knowledgeable you guys are, the better choices you can make and the better animals you can grow for yourself and your family. So have a good weekend, have a good week. See you later. Hit that like button, subscribe, bye.